baby.
I discovered the hippo yesterday, but I don't understand. Can you inform
It's so
me?
cute. Okay, so I think it's in Thailand.
Okay.
There's a little baby pygmy hippo, I believe, named Mudang. Excuse my pronunciation. I think that's how. And it means I think it means, I don't know. It means something like
its name
cute.
is something really
Yes,
special
it's like
or
cute. Yeah, I think it's like, I don't know, whatever.
Yeah.
But it's so cute, and it's like all over the internet because it's so sassy. It's so funny because its mom is always eating, but it's always like harassing the little, like, the employees, but like not like harassing,
Oh,
but it's
yes, I saw that clip where the employee was trying to give him food, and then like Mudang was biting on like his leg or something.
And it's just so cute, and it's an internet sensation right now, and I really, really want to meet.
Imagine if you could become like its friend for the day or something.
Literally.
That would be so fun.
That would be so cool. So yeah, that just reminded me of that.
Well, talking about animals, well, animals sort of like using this as a metaphor, but now that, you know, we're in school, and one can assume that we're not sleeping as much as we should be.
Yep.
Do you think that it's better to be an early bird or a night owl?
Ooh.
And I'm not just saying this during, you know, the school year, but also over the summer. Like, what do you prefer?
So over the this is hard because over the summer and over breaks, I would rather be a night owl. But during school, I would rather be an early bird because I feel like in the morning I have a lot of classes that I'm exhausted for. And at the night, yeah, I have homework, but I can get that done during the day when I'm still like awake. So I feel like since I go to school more than I have summer, probably being an early bird is better.
Yeah, I agree. I wish I could be an early bird. I say that I am, but I'm truly not. I get to school and I'm just so tired, even after I drink my morning iced coffee. But I'm not falling asleep in class. I would never do that. But
Yeah.
You didn't hear from us.
Yeah, I'm not falling asleep in class, but I'm not falling asleep in class. You know, I'm like exhausted, and I'm apologizing right now for all of my first period classes because I'm always like exhausted and do not want to be there.
Yeah.
But I try to lock in as much as I can.
But something I really admire, and even like my mom and my dad do this, is working out early. Like early in the day.
And it wakes you up or something.
I could never.
No, me too.
I'm the type of person who likes to, you know, play sports, do exercise in the afternoon.
Yeah.
Because in the morning I just have no energy, and I don't feel like waking up early to go to hit the gym.
And if you have a lot of homework the night before, then you have to, you know, do that late.
Exactly.
And if you have to work out early in the morning, you have to get up really early, especially because for me, if I'm going to work out, I'm going to shower after because I just can't feel like that for the rest of the day. So you have to wake up even earlier to be able to, you know, work out, then take a shower, then eat, then go to your job or, you know, school.
I agree.
Yeah. Do you have like a favorite fast food fry?
I would say, I don't know if it's necessarily fast food, but my favorite type of fry is a sweet potato fry. What do you think?
I don't know. I used to like McDonald's fries, but I feel like they're a little bit too salty now for me. And also, they're not like that great when it's, you know, like not soggy, but not right out of the
like it depends when you get them and things like that.
I feel like, I don't know, I think Wendy's has pretty good fries because it's not too crispy, but they're also not like soggy. I like Chick-fil-A fries.
I do too. The ones,
the waffle fries.
The waffle fries. I love waffle fries.
Those are nice, but sometimes they feel weird in my stomach just because like there's a lot, it's very potato-y. I don't know, it's kind of like a hit or miss for me sometimes. But
so in general, do you like chunkier fries or crispier fries?
In general, I like crisp. I think in general I like crispier fries.
Okay.
But if I have like sauce on them, I want them to be a little bit like not crispy. I want them more soft.
Yeah.
Just because, have you ever had poutine fries?
No.
Oh my god, they're so good. So it's kind of the same thing as like cheesy fries, but poutine is like, you know, it's like French or like Canadian or something like that, and there's
Yes.
like different kinds of like cheese that they put on it, and it's so good. I've had obviously cheesy fries before, but
Right.
I had poutine fries one time, and it was literally so good. And it was at like J Peak, which is kind of below the border of Canada, so there were Canadian people there. But it was at like a water park, which is the most random place, but it was so good, and I don't think I'm ever going to experience that amount unless I go to like Canada.
Okay,
Yeah.
that sounds really
It was
interesting.
really good.
Really delicious.
I don't know, yeah. So, that's good.
Do we now want to go to our last portion of the episode?
Yes.
The Am I in the Wrong, which we did do in our first episode, but this is a different scenario, right, Brennan?
Yes. So, I found this online. Okay, I don't get sick often, but when I do, it's serious. I was in a group project in college and was supposed to set up a group chat at the start of January, but I got sick and forgot to do it. When I felt better, I saw a message from a teammate saying we needed to choose a topic quickly. I made the chat, apologized for being late, and I explained I was sick. By then, the group had already picked a topic while I was sick. As weeks went by, no one talked about the project. In the chat, they discussed missing classes and exam stress, but I didn't reply since it wasn't about the project. A few days before the presentation was due, they decided to start working on it. I told them I would start my research that week. On Sunday night, I received many texts asking when I would start, since the presentation was due on Tuesday. I said I would finish it on Monday, but they changed my part to something smaller without telling me. When I saw the messages, I was confused. Then, they accused me of leaving them, even though they knew I was busy. On Monday morning, I finished the new part before both of them.
Okay.
That's
Wow.
a lot to digest.
That is a lot to digest. So just to be clear, this group has a group project, but
Yes.
the person who was supposed to make the group chat got sick and couldn't make the group chat right away. So then she or he, sorry, don't want to assume, they made the group chat later on, and then they apologized that they couldn't because they were sick or they had something to do.
Yeah.
And then they started talking about other things in that group chat, about other tests and whatever. And then later on, they were assigned roles to do their, for their work on the slideshow. And then they said that they couldn't work on it before like Monday or something like that. And then their part was like cut, and they had a smaller portion to do. And then they actually finished it before everyone else.
Yeah, so I feel like when it comes to the group chat part, if I'm sick, I'm going to make a group chat because I'm going to be bored out of my mind. And I get it if you're really, really sick, but it's usually not that hard to start a group chat, especially, or I think it's kind of on you to, start talking about the group presentation if you are sick, Don't wait for the other people, especially when it comes to something that has been going over the span of months, I don't know if it said it in that, but this was going on for like 5 or 6 months.
Oh, geez.
And they waited until the day before.
That's awful.
Which is awful. But also just to talk to these people, it's, if you're sick, it's, you gotta still do stuff. I would be scared that I was gonna be behind, so I would be doing stuff,
Right.
And I do procrastinate, but I don't do it that.
Yeah, especially having 5 to 6 months
that's
of time
crazy
to work on it, right? Because people say, oh, don't procrastinate, and let's be real, the majority of people wait until the last minute or a couple days before to turn it in. But when it's a project of that much magnitude, right? Because I'm assuming it's like a final or a midterm or something. Oh, I would not. And then also the other thing that's important here is transparency and communication, right? Again, they've had so much time to work on this, and only a few days before do they decide to create the group chat. And yes, it's because that person is sick, but it's also important to be transparent with everybody and say, hey, I cannot work on this right now.
Yeah.
Can you all just assign me roles? And then just be honest, because one of the reasons why they cut the sick person's part was because they just didn't see any work, right?
Yeah. And so it was a PowerPoint presentation The thing that gets me is they didn't do any research on it before, like a couple days before. I get if you don't start the power